Good afternoon, students. Good afternoon, students. Students, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Is it
Good
visible?
afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Is it visible? Screen is visible? Screen
Yes,
and
ma'am.
board.
Yes,
both
ma'am.
are- okay. Yesterday, till this part I have covered, if you remember. They will give the question like this for 10 marks. The first question is, first you have whatever the given data, you have to draw a network diagram or arrow diagram simply. We have to identify the critical path as well as total project duration. We are having 3 floats we discussed by using earliest to finish and earliest to start, latest to finish and latest to start. I told earliest to start, remember the notations, don't forget. Earliest to start of the activity Ij is represented as Ei. Earliest to finish of the activity Ij, it is represented as Ej. Ls, Ij, that is Li. Latest to finish, that is Lj. Okay, instead of taking Es, two letters, we will take only single letters only. Right now, I hope yesterday you understood how to draw network diagram. Are you confident at least for this problem? Okay, 0. The starting node is 0. Here the ending node is 7. You know how to draw. 0 is the start event. 0 is started. Then 1. 0 to 1. The activity is 1. If the node 1 is completed, then only 2 and 3 will start. Okay, 2 and 3 will be ended, then only 4 and 5 will start. Again 6 also. Like that we have to draw the network diagram. After that, here we have to compute 2 calculations. One is forward pass, another one is backward pass. For forward pass, what is the rule? Earliest to start, that is E0. Here I told E0 is always starts with 0, correct? Earliest to start is always starts with the 0. This is the rule. Earliest to start. Here the starting node is 0. That's why we have taken E0 is equal to 0. Here later I will grab. You write down here forward pass. Please make a note because this is big problem. It is not possible to solve entire problem. Again, I have to take 4 to 5 columns to calculate the combinations. Please everybody make a note. After writing these values, I will grab. I have to compute the total float, free float, and independent float. Students, please make a note. Okay. Here I need to calculate forward pass. Okay. Forward pass, earliest to start. That is, the starting node is E0. I will take it as 0. This is the rule. Then here I have to calculate the earliest. 0 is completed, then 1 will start E1. How to calculate the formula? E1 is equal to, from where the arrow is coming, from which node the arrow is coming. The arrow is coming from 0 node. That means E1 is equal to E0 plus whatever the time duration taken by the node 0 to 1. This is nothing but arc or activity. That is T01. E0 value is 0. Whatever the time duration it has taken, that is given in terms of weeks. That is 0 plus 2, 2. Next. From node 1, another 2 events, that is 2 and 3. That means next one is E2. You have to calculate E2. Students, if you are having any problem, please interrupt me. Okay. For 2, where the array is coming? From 1. From 1 it is coming. What is the formula? E2 is equal to E1 plus T12. I am not writing my own formula. Earliest to finish of the activity Ij is equal to earliest to start is Ij plus time duration taken by that activity. This is the formula. Yesterday we discussed. Right now, earliest to finish is 2, E2. How it comes? Earliest to start. From which arrow it is coming? From 1. That's why the formula is E1. Whatever the time duration taken by 1 to 2, that is 8 weeks. That's why what is E1 already you have computed. That is 2 plus 8. That is equal to 10. Right now, write down the value of E2 is equal to 10. Next, from the node 1, it goes to 3. That means next we have to calculate the value as E3. E3 is equal to from 3. The incoming array is coming from what? From 1. The formula is E1 plus T13. What is the value of E1? Already you have computed the value of E1. E1 is 2 plus time duration taken for this is 10. The value is 12. E3 is equal to 12. Like that, you have to calculate all the calculations till E7. Shall I rub this? Everybody simultaneously make a note. Vishwanath?
Yes, ma'am.
लिख रहे ना?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, shall I rub?
Yes, ma'am.
समझ में आ रहा है?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Right now we have calculated the calculations till E3. Right now, next we have to calculate for earliest to finish E4. Listen carefully here, E4. Whenever we are going from 0 to 7, that is called forward pass. Whenever you are coming from 7 to 0, that is backward pass. Okay, here to calculate E4, first observe how many arrows are coming from 4. One is coming from 2, another one is coming from 3. That's why the formula changes. Here you have to take the maximum value. Then the formula is E4 is equal to maximum of, okay, for 4, one incoming arrow is coming from 2. That's why what I have to take E2 plus the time duration taken for node 2 to 4. That is T24. T24, comma. Another arrow is also coming from 3. That is E3 plus T34. This is equivalent to maximum of, what is the value of P2? Already you have calculated. That value is 10 plus whatever the time duration taken further, 2 to 4, whatever the time duration, that is 6. 10 plus 6, comma, E3. Earlier you have computed that is 12 plus 3, 4. How much time it is taking? It is taking 3 weeks. That is maximum of 16, 15. What is maximum among these two values? 16 is maximum. Right now, E4 value is 16. E4 value is 16. Next, you have to compute for E5. You have to calculate for E5. For 5, the incoming arrow is coming from 2. That means 2 to 5. How we will write the formula? E2 plus T25. Only one arrow. That's why only one arrow we are taking. E2. The previous value of E2 is 10 plus the time duration taken from 2 to 5 is 3 weeks. That is 13. T5 value is how much? 13. T5 value is 13. Next, we have to calculate the forward pass for E6. What is the formula for E6? Same. For 6, where the incoming arrow is coming from 3. The formula is E3 plus T36. Already you have calculated E3 value. What is that? That is 12 plus how much time duration it is taking? 7 weeks. That is 19. E6 value is how much? 19. Next, we have to calculate 7. For 7, how many incoming arrows? 3 arrows. One is coming from 5, another one is coming from 4, another one is coming from 6. Students, make a note, I will drop. Anybody is having any query, students? Because this is important, 10 marks question. Definitely. लक्ष्मीकांत समझ में आ रहा है? लक्ष्मी
यस मैम, समझ में आ गया मैम। सेकंड वाला भी मैंने सॉल्व कर दिया है, उसका डायग्राम भी निकाल दिया है मैम।
वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड। ओके, right now we have to calculate E7. Who understood doing E7? For 7, 3 incoming arrows. That's why the formula is maximum of. First we will take 5 to 7. That is E5 plus P57, comma. Another one is from 4 to 7. That is E4 plus P47, comma. Another one is from 6 to 7. That is E6 plus P67. This is equivalent to maximum of, you know the values. What is E5 value? That is 13. 13 plus time duration for 5 to 7 is 2 weeks. That is 13 plus 2, comma. E4 value you know, that is 16 plus 4 to 7. What is the value? 5, comma. E6 value is how much? 19 plus 6 to 7. How much time duration? 8 weeks. This is equivalent to maximum of 15, comma 21, comma 27. This is equal to 27. This is the first problem. That's why in detail we are doing. From next problem onwards, we will do direct calculations. We don't write all this stuff. It's waste of time. E7 value is 27. E7 value is 27. This is called forward pass calculation. This is called forward pass calculation. Then we need to calculate backward pass. We need to calculate backward pass. Shall I rub this? Okay, here listen. One more rule here. We have to calculate. Here, earliest to finish is 7. Okay, earliest to finish. This is finished event. Then earliest to finish is equal to latest to start. Earliest to finish is equal to latest to start. Whatever the end node value, we will take that as latest to start. Again, I am repeating here. Last value is E7. Earliest to finish. Okay. This is finished. This node is finished. Earliest to finish value we got as 27 weeks. Earliest to finish is equal to latest to start. This is backward computation rule. Then whatever the value E7, that is the latest to start. That is L7 is equal to 27. Whatever the value you will get, you have to take that as it is according to the rule. Right now, again, earlier we did forward pass. Right now we will come from 7 to 0. Okay, L7 value you have to take as it is. Right now, from 7 to 6 you have to come. You have to compute L6 value. Here, backward pass. Okay, E7 is equal to L7 is equal to 27. You have to write, because earliest to finish is equal to latest to start. Whatever the value we get, finished node, you have to write down that. Next, we need to calculate L6. We need to calculate L6. The vice versa, you have to see. For 6, it is coming from 7, correct? Backward pass. That's why, what is the value we have to write? L6 is equal to L7 minus T67 time duration. In forward pass, addition will come. In backward pass, subtraction will come. L6 is equal to L7 minus T67. In some textbooks, 76 is also given. That is up to you. Whatever the way you want to write, you can write it. Okay. Right now, this value is 27. 27 minus 8. That is 19. Write down that value is 19. Next, we need to calculate L5 value. How to calculate L5 value? For L5, for where it is coming from 7 only it is coming. That means what is the formula? L5 is equal to L7 minus the time duration taken from 5 to 7. That is T5 7. What is L7 value? L7 value is 27 minus 5 to 7. The duration is 2 weeks. That is 27 minus 2. That is 25. Write down here L5 value is 25. Next, we have to calculate latest start, that is L4 value we need to calculate. For L4, where it is coming from 7 only. L4 is equal to L7 minus T47. L7 value is how much? 27 minus T47 value is how much? 5. 27 minus 5, 22. Students, any query? Earlier we did forward pass, right now we are doing backward pass by using the same activities and notes. किसी को कुछ problem? Okay, very good. Then after L4 value is 22. Okay. Then right now we have to calculate L3. We have to calculate L3. If you look at a glance, for L3 again from 2 nodes it is coming. One is coming from 6, another one is coming from 4. Then in backward pass, the formula is the minimum. L3 is equal to minimum of, it is coming from 6 type. That means L6 minus T36, comma. Another one is coming from 4. The formula is L4 minus T34. This is equivalent to minimum of, what is L6 here? 19 minus T36. What is the duration? That is 7. L4 value is how much? 22. 22 minus 3 to 4, the duration is 3. Here we have to calculate the minimum value. Minimum of 19 minus 7, it is 12. 22 minus 3, it is 19. This is 12. Wherever L3 is there, you write down 12. Next, we have to calculate for L2. L2 is equal to, for 2 where it is coming, one is coming from 4, another one is coming from 5. That means if more than one activity, that means we will get minimum. For L2, the formula is, one is L4 minus T24, comma, L5 minus T25 is the formula. This is equal to minimum of L4 value already you have calculated, that is 22 minus T24, that is 6, minus L5. L5 value is how much? 25 minus T25, the value is 3. Correct, students? Minimum of, this is 16, comma, 22. Minimum is how much? 16. That means L2 value is 16. L2 value is 16. Then calculate Okay. Then we need to calculate L1. We need to calculate L1. That means for 1 it is coming from 2 as well as from 3. Then again 2 activities. That's why L1 is equal to minimum of L1 is equal to minimum of L2 minus T12, comma L3 minus T13. This is equivalent to minimum of what is L2 value? L2 value is 16. 16 minus time duration is 8 weeks, comma L3 value is 12 minus T time duration is 10. Then minimum of 8 comma 2. Minimum is 2. Minimum is 2. Then next we need to calculate L0 value. L0 is equal to for 0 where it is coming from 1 only. L1 minus T01. L1 value is how much? 2 minus the time duration is 2. 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. L0 is equal to 0. In the final examination, you are unable to get 0 value. That means in calculation somewhere you made a mistake. Otherwise, your network diagram is wrong. Students, आप लोगों को L0 this value is not coming as 0. Okay, whatever the calculations you did it, you don't know earliest to finish value. And wherever here you are starting, you are ending here. Whenever you are computing backward calculations, backward pass calculations, if you are unable to get the value 0 here, that means maybe there is a calculation mistake. Otherwise, your network diagram is wrong. If network diagram goes wrong, even though you have computed all the values, finally you are going to get 0 marks. No sympathy at all. Understood? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
First bit is over. Draw the network arrow diagram. We have drawn, we have calculated. Right now, listen carefully. Identify the critical path. Identify the critical path. Here, where EI and LJ values are equal, simply we have drawn arcs only. Everywhere arrow, if you observe carefully. How to identify critical path? Wherever earliest to start and latest to finish values are equal, are same. That is your critical path. Right now, verify. Before drawing, critical path is always represented by a double line arrow. Critical path is always represented by a double line arrow. Here, E0 value, L0 value is 0. Next, verify. E1 and L1, both values are equal? Yes. E1 and L1 values are 2 and 2. That's why draw a double line from 0 to 1. 0 to 1, you have to draw a double line. Next, here see, verify E2 and L2 values are same. No, it's not same. E2 is 10, L2 is 16. That's why leave that activity. Next, verify E3 and L3 value. E3 value is 12, L3 value is 12. Both values are same, then only we will draw a double line. Okay, here 1, 2, 3, activity 1, 2, 3, you have to draw a double line. Okay, next, here verify E4 value and L4 value, both are different. E4 is 16, L4 is 22. That means that is not a critical path. Here, next, E6, L6, verify E6 value and L6 value as well as E5 and L5. E5 value is 30, L5 value is 25. That is not a critical path. E6 and L6, both values are same. Write down a double line. That is 3 to 6. You have to try a double line. E6 value is 19, L6 value is 19. Next, here, already you have verified. E7 and L7, both are having 27. That's why from 6 to 7, you have to draw a double line. Right now, how to write the critical path? Already you have represented in double line arrow. Critical path CP, critical path is, okay, wherever you have drawn a double line, you have to represent, that is 0 to 1. big dash here. 0 to 1, 1 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 7. Okay. 0 to 1, whatever the duration, that is 2. 1 to 3, what is the duration? It's 10. 3 to 6, what is the duration? It's 7. 6 to 7, what is the duration? It's 8. If you add this, you will get 27. 10 plus 2, 12, 12 plus 7 plus 8. Finally, you are going to get 27. There you have to write total project duration is 27 weeks. That is given in terms of weeks. Understood? Again, I am repeating. Wherever EI and LJ values are equal, you have to draw a double line. That is your critical path. The second bit mark they asked critical path and total project duration. Write down critical path is, what is critical path here? 0 to 1, 1 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 7. How you have identified where EI and LJ values are equal? Then write down that path. This is called as critical path. Whatever the duration, it is in weeks, write it down. Finally, you are going to get, after adding all these values, you will get 27. That is your total project duration. Total project duration is equivalent to 27 weeks. In the final examination, after doing all this stuff, how many marks you are going to get? 6 marks. 27 weeks. Total project duration is equal to 27 weeks. Okay. Over. Then. Any query? Okay. Okay. Right now, here we have to represent this also. Here, earliest to start as well as earliest to finish, we have to write it. Here, in this table, you have to represent earliest to start time, it is ES, earliest to finish time is EF, latest to start is LS, latest to finish is LF. In some textbooks, entirely they wrote this EST, earliest to start time, earliest to finish time, latest to start time, latest to finish time. Your wish. If you want to write the entire thing, you can write it. Okay. Listen carefully. Already you have drawn arrow diagram. You have calculated forward pass and backward pass. Simply go through the network diagram. EI. Earliest to start. What I told earliest to start is nothing but EI. Here I have represented I to J. I don't know whether it is visible or not. Okay. I to J. This is earliest to start. EI. Look the network diagram, directly write down. E0 value is how much? 0. E1 value is how much? Look at the network diagram. E1 value. Starting node you have to observe. According to that you have to write. E1 value is 2. Okay. E1 value again it is 2 only. What is E2 value from the diagram? It is 10. Okay. From the diagram what is E2 value? It is 10. E3 value from the diagram 12. Again, next node also starts with 3 only. Just initial value you have to observe. According to the network diagram, whatever the values you have calculated, simply write it down. E4 value is how much? 16. E5 value is how much? 13. E6 value is how much? 19. This you have to write down. Okay? Then. Similarly, you have to write down earliest to finish. Earliest to finish means J. J is representing earliest to finish. Here, earliest to finish is what? E1. Earliest to finish is E1. You have to write down that. E1 value is how much? 2. Earliest to finish is nothing but both the ways you can calculate. I will tell you both the ways. This is the easiest way. Okay, E1 value, whatever it is there, simply write it down. Students, is it fast? Getting? समझ में आ रहा है?
No, ma'am.
समझ में नहीं? Okay. Here, after drawing network diagram, forward pass and backward pass calculations, you have to compute the table. Earliest start time, earliest finish time, latest start time, latest finish time you have to write. Okay, the simple way to write down earliest start, that is I to j. The activity is representing as I to j. Earliest start means the starting node. The starting node is 0. The problem. The starting node is 0. That's why E0 value you have to write. E0 value is how much? 0. Similarly, E1 value. Next case, one is the starting node. Third case also one is the starting node. That's why both values remains as it is. E1 value is 2. That's why here also 2 comes. Here also 2 comes. Next. The fourth activity, that is 2 to 4. Starting node is 2. The next activity is 2 to 5. Starting node is 2. Already you have computed the value of E2. E2 value is how much? 10. Again 10 repeats. Next, the starting node is 3. Next, the starting node is 3. 3 to 4, 3 to 6. That means E3 is the starting node. From the network diagram, E3 value we know that is 12. 12, 12 twice appears. Next, 4 to 7. What is the starting node? Starting node is 4. E4 value is how much from the diagram? That is 16. Write down 16. 5 to 7, 6 to 7 is there. 5. Starting node is 5. From the diagram, E5 value you have to write it down. From the diagram, E6 value you have to write. Till here, understood? Next, earliest to finish. Earliest to finish is the second node. Okay, 0 to 1. That means J value. J value is E1. E1 value from the diagram, it is 2. E2 value from the diagram. E2 value is how much? That is 10. Next, E3 value from the diagram. That is 12. E4 value from the diagram. E4 value is how much? 16. E5 value from the diagram. That is 13. Again E4 it is repeated. That means E4 value is 16. Next here E6. E6 value is how much? It is 19. Next E7 value here 4 to 7, 5 to 7, 6 to 7. The end node is 7 itself. That's why here 27 appears thrice. 27 appears thrice. The other way, this is the simplest way from the network. After looking the network diagram, you can write down whatever the J value is there. You can directly write it down. Otherwise, the other way how to compute this is earliest to finish is equal to earliest to start plus time duration taken by this. Listen carefully or see the table. Earliest start is 0. 0 plus 2, 2. 2 plus 8, 10. 2 plus 10, 12. 10 plus 6, 16. 10 plus 3, 13. This way also you can do it without looking at the network diagram. Better to look at the network diagram and write down. Otherwise, again I am repeating, earliest to finish time is equal to earliest start time plus time duration taken by that particular activity. That's why these two you have to add. 0 plus 2, 2. 2 plus 8, 10. 2 plus 10, 12. Like that you have to compute. Any way you can compute, you will get the same answer. If you are not getting, that means you made a mistake. Next, latest start, latest to finish. Here directly, before starting LST, you have to write LFT. That is latest to finish times. You have to write down latest to finish times. Latest to finish time means LJ values you have to write. That means finish. 0 to 1, the finish node is what? 1. Here, before writing LST, you have to write down LFT values. Okay. From the diagram, what is the value of L1 students? That is 2. L1 value is 2. Next, 1 to 2. The node is 1 to 2. The finished node is 2. What is the value of L2? L2 value is, pardon me. Anyone is asking anything?
Lakshmikant.
लक्ष्मीकांत बोलिए ना.
मैम 5 to 7 वाला है ना, जो अर्लीस्ट फिनिश टाइम 15 है मैम. 27 बाय मिस्टेक हो गया, 15 है. 2 plus 30 is equal to 15 है मैम. 5 to 7 वाला अर्लीस्ट फिनिश टाइम 5 to 7.
5 to 7 it is 2.
earliest finished time.
1 second.
EFT.
E4 value is 16. E5 value is 13.
मैम उसके नीचे वाला 5 to 7.
Okay, okay, check कर रहा है 1 minute. 6 to 7 is 19 is 8. Okay, okay. Okay, A value is na. 1 second. 12, 16, 15, 15. 3 to 4. Okay, formula vice versa, correct na? EI, okay, we will verify 1 second. E1, EJ, that is E1 value is 2, E1 value is 2, E2 value is 10. 5 to 7 I made wrong or what? Lakshmikant, 5 to 7?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am, yes.
Okay, okay, 1 second, I will check it out. 12. EJ is equal to EI plus TIJ, 16, 13, here it is 15, okay. I plus 7, here it is 21, okay. 13 plus 2, 15, okay. Here now 15, instead of 15 I got 27. Any query?
Yes,
Any
ma'am, that is ma'am.
Any confusion right now? Okay.
No, ma'am, no.
Okay. Sorry for that. Okay. Latest to finish, that is, just we have to write the last node, that is L1 value. L1 value is 2. L2 value is 16. L3 value is, what is L3 value? L3 value is 12. Next, L4 value is 22. L5 value is 25. Verify students, maybe somewhere I'll write it. L4 value is again 22. L6 value, that is 19. L7 value, here it remains the same, 27. Maybe I wrote the other way. Okay, 27, 27. Right now, again, what we have to write? Latest start can be written as LJ minus TIJ. LJ minus TIJ. Okay, LJ minus TIJ. This is LJ. If you want, you can write down earliest to start. Earliest to finish is equal to EI plus TIJ. Here write down for there will be no confusion. Earliest to finish time is equal to earliest to start time plus TIJ. Write it down. Okay. Li, this is nothing but Li. The formula is Li is equal to Lj minus Tij. Lj minus Tij. Lj minus Tij. Then here Lj is 2 minus time duration. This is nothing but Tij. 2 minus 2, 0. 16 minus 8, 8. 12 minus 10, 2. 22 minus 6, like that you have to write down students, okay? 22 minus